Hello everybody. Okay, so I have a Ford Mondeo Mark 4 60 reg mine is, and I've had a leaky boot, and as you can see I've stripped out quite a lot of the interior in here. Now what I'm going to do is, what I'll say for me, what I had to do in the end was sit in the back of the car in the boot while I had someone spraying a hose pipe over the back of the car, and then I had a look with all the interior in place. I had a look to see if I could find out where the leak was coming in. And what I'm going to do is I'll show you on this side, because it was on the left hand side it was happening, but I'm going to show you on this side. So for me, just here, this corner is where the water was actually dripping in onto the carpet, soaking the interior here, working its way down to the main carpet, and soaking the floor, making it mouldy. So when I took the interior off, which was a bit of a pain in the backside, but it's just held on with clips mainly, what I was able to find was that water was dropping onto this, and this is about where the plastic piece was, but also this here is the airbag compressor. All of this was soaked and there was water dripping off all of this down this cable, and coming everywhere. And basically for me, up in there is a hole where the wiring loom goes through and comes back out this side. And basically what was happening was, when the car was getting wet, water was getting around this rubber grommet and working its way into the car. Unfortunately, what we found was that inside here is a piece of plastic. It's like a square gasket that goes down into the hole, and it was broken, and where it was broken was in this corner, so it was letting water in. Now what I've done is I've tried to fit it back in as best I can, and very messily applied silicone sealant, which as you can see is wet, or it's got water on it, but I have managed to stop my leak. So for me, that's where it's come from. Now there was another part where I was getting water appearing down here, but I couldn't work out where from. Now what I did see from reading online was a few people talking about the boot lid dripping. It's not from that, but I believe it's from this seal. One of the things that said was it's possible that the seal has been adjusted or moved at some point. So pull it up, basically lift it up like so, and then work it up that way. And what I kind of looked at was, there's the centre point of my seal and there's the centre point of the boot, so it is offset a bit. So yeah, and when I have tried to work it around a little bit, I did manage to end up over there, end up with a big loop of excess basically. So yeah, the seal I don't believe was fitted properly. I'm guessing somebody had it off previously. Now for that over there, I've used automotive silicone sealant. It's took a long time to set, although it does stay flexible, but I am going to keep applying to it because I do not want water coming through there. This side is not having the same issue, but I have checked it. Now I've come to fit my interior back in, and when I was stripping everything, I did have water in the wheel well, which I cleaned out, and I thought I'd solved that issue. However, I've come to put the interior in today and thought, you know what, I'll just check under the wheel, and it was wet. Now I know that it isn't coming from over there because I have tested this loads. There's no water dripping in from over there. So I am now going to have to start looking at this kind of area as to where the water may be coming in. Now, for example, this particular sponge was extremely wet. Now, it could be like that because I've had the interior off for a while, but either way, it shouldn't be wet, it should be dry. So it's possible that this seal still wasn't in properly. That was getting wet, dripping down here, down into here, and onto this. Onto that. So bit of a ball ache, but I need to check it and test it. On this side, if you can see where the hole is in there, around this area was a bit misty, a bit damp, so I'm going to have to check that out. But hopefully, as far as leaks go and water getting into the boot, check your grommets up there. Also, it's worth checking your seals because the water's meant to come down here, so you need to make sure that the water is coming down and basically exiting the car, not going in the car. And also in the light clusters, it's worth checking to make sure there's no water coming in, and the best way to do that is to strip the interior and get a hose pipe on it. But yeah, right, we'll see if we can find out where this bloody leak is coming from, and then we'll update you. Hello everybody. Right, okay, so I've spent a bit of time adjusting the seal around the boot aperture. Basically got that centre, where it seals together, the two ends. I've centred that, and I've started from there and worked my way around all the way up and resealed that. I dried the inside of the boot out, and I haven't got a hose pipe here, so I poured a load of water over it using bottles. I mean, poured about 6 litres on it, and couldn't see any water coming in from anywhere. So what I've figuring there is that I'm thinking that with me having messed about with the seal a little bit, I think initially the seal's in the wrong place. I adjusted it and it helped a bit, but it didn't solve the water ingress into the spare wheel well. Hopefully now, having adjusted the seal in what I think is properly, it may have fixed it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it to let all the water run to wherever it's going to run. I'm also then going to go and pour a load more water on it, and if I have no problems, then there won't be another video. If I still have problems, then hopefully I will pop another video up to explain how I fix it. What I'm doing in the meantime is, seeing as I've had basically taken all the interior off, and to be fair, I had to bring it all inside to dry. I have cleaned all of the carpet bits. I basically got some mould and mildew spray, Dettol spray, I think it's called. I've not got it to hand, but use that. Works perfectly, but needs time to dry, and I didn't want to leave it in the car to do that. Vac them all, but I'm also going to take the time to wipe down all of the plastics as well. Might as well give them a proper clean. I'm also going to vac out the boot, so seeing as it's all stripped, it's the only time I'm really going to have that opportunity, so might as well make the most of it, hadn't we? Anyway, I hope for anyone that's got a Ford Mondeo like mine with a leaky boot, hopefully what I've been able to show you, hopefully it's the same problem you've got, and you're able to fix it. The silicone sealant I got was about £3-4, something like that, off Amazon. So it's not expensive, it's not hard to apply. You just need to know where to apply it to really hopefully fix the problem. Now, what I would say is, if you have the same car as me and you have the same problem but it's come from a different area, feel free to comment on that, because I think I found it very difficult finding information online specifically to the boot leaking, and not about the the rainwater collecting on the boot lid and then dripping on you. So yeah, I found it very difficult to get a clear help on what my issue may have been. To be fair, in the end, the best thing to do is to sit in the boot while someone sprays it with water, and you can see exactly. It's like, right, there's the bit of trim that it is entering from. Right, let's remove that piece of trim, spray the car again, then you can see where it's going from the body of the car to the trim, and then you can work out from the body of the car where it's coming to from the outside. Now, if on a lot of the forums it had said that at some point, I probably would have just gone ahead and done that much sooner. But yeah, anyway, right, well, good luck, and let us know as you get on. And as I said, hopefully the video has been helpful. And if it has, feel free to check out my other videos. To be fair, this is the first one I've done about a car, specifically like my car. We'll go with videos about some woodworking and some gaming, some sim racing and stuff like that. Yeah, so on that, good luck and goodbye. See you later.